Hello and welcome back to another prompt package created for Pride Month. Originally I was going to break this into two prompt packages made up of 4 poems each, but I've decided that I'm just going to do all 8 in one video, so this is like the ultimate prompt package. This video will contain 8 prompts and it will be the last prompt package for Pride Month before we go back to all of our older prompts. So, with that said, we've got a lot to get through, so let's get into it. The first poem is titled Gaia's Plan, and the prompt is, write a romantic poem that could be sung as a song. Now, I'm not actually going to sing it because my voice is dying, as you could probably hear, but just imagine you could sing it as a song. Your eyes and your hair so dark yet they glow, your skin is as soft as a blanket of snow. Your heart speaks to me like the queerest rainbow, like a storm in the summer, a breeze in the spring. Take me by the hand, my heart starts to sing. We've been through so much in this world out of touch. Why can't we be happy? Is that too much? For me to love a man, for me to be trans, to dance in the meadows, isn't that Gaia's plan? Now our second poem for this video is called Deadname and is based on the prompt, write a short story about someone trying to discover another person's name. Oh, okay, it's not a poem, it's a short story, but yeah, you know what I mean. I buried it years ago, hid it in documents, burned them to make sure that name was dead to me. I haven't used it in so long, I almost forgot it, until I heard it again. He said it online, I didn't see it coming, but one comment to my tweet and it was too late. My dead name went viral. Suddenly every hater was using it. They dragged the corpse back to the surface, its rotten hands trying to grab for me. I don't know how he found it, but he must have dug pretty deep. Probably to the locked crypts of Facebook I abandoned years ago. My mother may have let slip in a recent post, I don't know. What I do know is this. He's not the only one who can do some digging. I just found his address and I'm on my way to his house with my shovel. If you know my dead name, no you don't, and I'm going to keep it that way. This third prompt is a poem. It's titled Tidal Wave and is based on the prompt, After the Storm. There's a stark difference between the calm and the alarming. For one, the sirens ring, the other, a silence bring. A siren surrounded with when his voice pounded through the glass, outed. And all just for a laugh, a tidal wave of terror engulfed the young boy. A room full of debris sucked out his joy. It was done now, everyone knew. In that moment he felt the sky would never again be blue. The fourth one is titled Little Mouse and is based on a poem starter. Write a poem that could be sung as a lullaby. Again, I'm not going to sing it because of my voice, but yeah. Your heart, little mouse, is bigger than you. It beats as swiftly as the cool morning dew. Your brain, little mouse, is bigger than you. It thinks as smart as Einstein used to. Your words, little mouse, are bigger than you. I heard what you said and I'll always trust you. You know who you are, you know who you like. For me to judge you just isn't right. Be free, little mouse, be happy and gay. The world, little mouse, is bigger than you. But with truth in your heart, I'll always love you. The fifth poem is titled Falling to the Curb and is based on the prompt, walking to work one day, staring off into the clouds, the sky starts to fracture in front of your eyes. Dizziness overcomes me, the sky tears apart, I fall to the ground, hand clutching heart, the news rings through my ears, I pull out the wires, earphones fall to the curb, beside busy tires, the world is ending, that's how it feels, the decisions they've made, they surely can't be real, then my eyes blink, I'm looking back to the sky, all the worries say bye-bye, but it's a real fear, our rights in peril, with just one more change, well, it could just be terrible. Support your trans friends through their time of need. We deserve our rights, we shouldn't have to plead. Our sixth prompt, I think I've lost track, is another short story. It's titled Long Live the King, and it's based on the prompt, write a short story about a character who has just learned that they aren't the chosen one after believing that they were. Princess Clarissa had waited her whole life to be crowned the rightful ruler of her kingdom. The people loved her parents loved her, the nobles loved her. As the eldest, it was her right to take the throne. Then her father died, and seconds before her coronation, her younger brother burst in screaming, "The crown doesn't belong to her, it belongs to me. The heir to the throne is the eldest son. The day she called herself a woman, she revoked her right to my crown." The court was thrown into a state of unprecedented confusion. Nothing like this had ever happened before in their kingdom, but the prince was right. That was the law, and no matter how accepting they were of their beloved princess, there are some laws they will always hold on to. "Long live the king," the kingdom chanted as Princess Clarissa went from golden child to enemy of the state in a blink of an eye. So the 7th prompt is another poem, and it's titled In I and You. It's based on the prompt, write a poem that centres around one of the 4 elements, fire, water, earth or wind. And I chose water. In the beginning, before flesh and bone, after the eons of just brimstone, water came, it fell from the sky, seeped into every crevice of this rock, and there it remained until the day we walked out the sea, us, we. It flows for us all, no matter our body, no matter our soul. Queer or not, one thing stays true. There's water in I, and there's water in you. And our final prompt is another poem, and it's titled His Soul on Fire, based on the prompt, Fire and Flames. Inferno of the mind, as he looked into his eyes, a desire indisputably unquenched, his heart ablaze, his soul on fire. This man was his one true desire, but he mustn't say, for it will all burn down, ash, glitter in the ground. But he must speak, for if he doesn't, his world will be aflame, the agony, the shame, the pain. A spark is lit when he whispers his name, to spark dust out as he walks away. So that was our last 8 prompts of Pride Month. I hope you enjoyed them. And our next prompt will be one of my older prompts, and we will be going through them again. I do find it easier to write prompts when I don't refine myself to specific subjects. I realised that a lot of the prompts that I made for Pride Month might have seemed a bit forced because I wasn't sure what to do. So I think I might, going forward, just focus on writing the odd 1 or 2 based on specific events, but mainly just writing them as I would write them, because I feel like it becomes more naturally and I get better results from that. Today we will be releasing my next main video, which will be a ranking of all the Disney Mirrorverse characters from the mobile game. And yeah, so I will see you for that, or I will see you in the next prompt video. Until then, bye!